Well, no, it's not a pity that we are returning to this album. It always makes me happy, so let's go. Hi guys, welcome to Lee Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. Bang. I know I am. We are back with Mr. George Harrison. We did a John track on Sunday, did a Paul track Monday, so it's only fair that George gets a track on Tuesday. There you go. This is courtesy of our patron Arnie. He picked the song Run of the Mill, and then I remember from the last All Things Must Pass, my apologies, video, that Isn't It a Pity was like one of the biggest ones that people requested. So we're going to be doing that one first, and then Run of the Mill second. They both are the last songs on their sides. Isn't It a Pity version 1, which is the one we're doing, is the end of side 1, and then Run of the Mill is the end of side 2. I'll get into the ins and outs of the song afterwards, obviously, and we're just going to enjoy this. We're doing the long one first, and then we'll do the short one second. If you want to subscribe, help a brother out, click that icon right below my face. If you could leave a like and a comment with another George Harrison track to do, that'd be great. There should be like a pinned comment at the top of the thread. I'd really appreciate it. I really would. And if you watch it to the end, yeah, digital handshake. I'd appreciate it. All right, here we go. Isn't It a Pity? George Harrison. 3, 2, 1, go. Wow, what a lineup for this song.
Isn't it a shame how we break each other's hearts and cause each other pain, how we take each other's love without thinking anymore, forgetting to give back. Isn't it a pity? Some things take so long, but how do I explain? Not too many people
That's Ringo.
can see we're all the same. And because of all the tears your eyes can hope to see, the beauty that surrounds us, isn't it a pity?
My sweet lord.
Isn't it a pity? Isn't it a shame how we break each other's hearts,
So true.
cause each other pain,
Isn't it a pity?
how we take each other's love without thinking anymore, forgetting to give back. Isn't it a pity?
And yeah, George on slide. So good. I could see this being a Beatles track. Easy. Okay, Ringo. Kind of weighs on you after a little bit. That's a totally engrossing track, bro. That wall of sound. The choral voices add a lot to it. Huh. That could totally have been a Beatles track. That could be like a climactic end to an album for the Beatles. It doesn't exist. Wow. Bravo, dude. Well, at least it was half of them. It was George and Ringo. And there's like an army of people. Oh yeah, the Badfinger guys are on this. Billy Preston. So you got three Beatles. That was really cool. Clapton's on version 2. Alright, well this is run of the mill, so... Oh, he wrote this after the Get Back sessions.
Everyone has choice.
Jim Gordon on drums.
When to not to raise the voice. You choose to decide which way you turn while feeling that our love's not your concern.
Would you agree that George is the most American Beatle?
To decide.
I feel like he is.
No
Him or Paul?
will carry the blame for you.
Maybe not Paul.
No one around you will love you today and throw it all away tomorrow when you rise. Another day for you to realize oh, set me down again as the days stand up on end. You got me wondering how I lost
I wish his vocals were mixed higher. Oh no, come on. Man. Wow. I wish I kept going. That was so good, man. I was really into that last one. I thought Isn't It a Pity was great too, but man, there was something very special about that second track. I see why Arnie requested that one. I don't know if it's like the horns kind of just like hanging in the air or what. It's both songs, like, oh, honestly, every song I've heard from this album has that kind of like almost, it's not exactly the wall of sound, but it kind of is, you know, like it's just there, nothing ever stops. There's no sound like breaks. It's just this constant flow of noise, and it's all beautiful, you know. The additions of like the horns coming in and out of that second track, the guitars just tracked perfectly over each other, and his vocals, like I wish they were mixed higher. That's probably my only complaint would be like how low his vocals were on that track, but because I love George's voice and I want to hear what he's saying, you know. And I really feel like he's the most American Beatle, you know, especially because he's in the Traveling Wilburys, and that's like Americana personified, it seems like. So I feel like, you know, the same thing with like John. Like we adopted John, I think America did, but John never left being British. I feel like George didn't really know who he was, period. I feel like he did a lot of soul searching for a long time, you know? That's what it seems like in his music. He's like always yearning for something more. He's always searching. It's always something, you know? And that's how I am too, though. So that's how I can spot it, you know what I'm saying? I'm always looking for something new. It's something like that, you know? Like, and he's a very spiritual person. Like you can tell by his work and what he left behind, man. He taps into some very deep things within our minds and our souls, it feels like. It's something about the way his kind of guitar and his vocals kind of mix together when they are present. It just kind of like not even transfixes you. It's just I don't know, like there's nothing you can do but just like you're kind of forced to listen to what he's doing. Like I don't know, man. Like whenever I hear him in this album, because we've done more than a few videos for this album, it's so long. There's so many damn songs, you know, and they're all bangers. Like he had so many songs waiting to go, you know. But I just lose myself in these tracks from this album. I really feel like he was tapped into something very primal and very something that's universal almost in a way, you know, because the acceptance of things coming and going and things, you know, leaving and the things of decay almost, like you have something still, but it's in the process of dying or leaving, you know what I mean? Kind of like what autumn is. I feel like this album really is an autumn album. Damn kids. You know, they really this album really is like almost like the falling leaves in a way. Like all things must pass. Like they really do. And George knew that, especially that album cover, you know, the gnomes and him. Like that's hilarious, bro. He was blazing a whole new path forward, you know, and he came out with a triple album. I mean, good God, who does that, you know? George Harrison did, and it was amazing. And I can't wait to hear the rest of it, because we've done like Wah Wah, My Sweet Lord, you know, Beware of Darkness. We've done all kinds of stuff. That second track had Gary Wright on piano. Oh, was that? Okay. All right. Well, all right. So the musicians who performed on Run of the Mill are believed to be as follows. So it says on Wikipedia. George Harrison on vocals, acoustic guitars, Gary Wright on piano, Bobby Whitlock on harmonium, Carl Radel on bass. Damn, he pops up again today. Jim Gordon on drums, Jim Price on trumpet, and Bobby Keys on saxophone. What a lineup, man. And that's not even the real lineup with the other one, man. That's a great lineup right there. Gary Wright on piano. That's maybe what gave it that extra oomph, that second song, man. Like there was something to that. There was something so special, but I just can't. Damn kids, I'm sorry. There's something so special about that second track. I can't really put my fingers on it. I feel like it's the horns. That's what really did it for me. But there's something else to it. That like, it might have been George's vocals, and they did pop up like for that one part. But I don't know, man. Like there was something so cool about that. But the first track was amazing too. That's the behemoth, you know. That's the long one. But I don't know. So it says that the song release coincided with the falling out between Harrison and McCartney, which perhaps contributed to the latter taking legal action to dissolve the Beatles' partnership. The musical arrangement for Run of the Mill bears the influence of the band, with whom Harrison had spent time in Woodstock before starting work on the Get Back project. Co-produced by Phil Spector, the recording features contributions from Gary Wright and Jim Gordon, Jim Price, and Bobby Whitlock. Interesting. It's commonly asserted that the lyrics reflect the toll that running their company Apple Corp had taken on relationships. Apple Corps, sorry. The Apple Corps had taken on relationships within the band, especially between Paul McCartney and the other three Beatles, as well as Harrison's dismay at John Lennon's emotional withdrawal from the band. Many commentators recognized Run of the Mill as one of several Harrison compositions to provide insight into the Beatles' breakup. Very interesting. Maybe that's why I felt such melancholic, loss in that track. Like, I really did. And then if you go to the second track, or the first track, I should say, my apologies, which was Isn't It a Pity version 1. All right, so we go to... Wow, so much about it. All right. George Harrison on vocals, acoustic guitar, slide guitar, Moog synthesizer, Tony Ashton and Billy Preston on piano, Gary Wright again on electric piano, Bobby Whitlock on harmonium again, Pete Ham, Tom Evans and Joey Molland, the Badfinger Bros, on acoustic guitar, Klaus on bass, Ringo on drums, Mike Gibbons on tambourine, and John Barham on orchestral and choral arrangements. I loved the choral arrangements in that song. I think they really added such a great layer to that whole entire wall of sound sort of approach they had going on there. Because, with the wall of sound, it's like things coming in and out of the sound. It's like a constant. It's like all the little pieces, like, it's how do I explain it? It's like all the little pieces combined together. It makes this sort of like river, but the river kind of like branches off and does different things. And things come in and out of the sound. Like when the choral arrangements would come in, it was so cool, bro. I loved it, the way it just uplifted the track for a minute there, and then when they went away, it came back into that kind of dismay. And I don't know, George really captures melancholy and that feeling of loss, but also things being gained at the same time. Like, it's so crazy how talented artists can really personify and write things so well in such a way that makes you feel so deeply. And George does that with me. Same thing with John. I love Paul's music, but his lyrics I don't connect with. And that's what really connects with me, is the lyrics, because I could get to know them personally. George and John are very good at writing those personal lyrics in a way that you feel like you get to know them without really getting to know them. It's kind of, I think that's the best way to put it. And this album's just been an absolute delight. Every track has been a winner. And Isn't It a Pity? Fantastic. The acoustic, obviously it was great, but I liked the Moog. I liked the slide when it came in. The slide when it came into the wall of sound, that added a lot of emotion to the song. I guess the slide guitar always does that for me. And his vocals in that track were great. So, they put a lot of work into this album, obviously. It shows in every second of it playing. It shows. And my hat digitally off to Mr. George Harrison. May he rest in peace. What a wonderful triumph this album is. And I haven't even heard, I think, half of it. I've heard probably a quarter of it, and it's fantastic. It's definitely one of my favorite, post Fab 4 breakup albums, and still got plenty to go. So thank you, Arnie. That was a great pick. I'm going to stop yapping. What was your favorite of those two? It's actually really hard for me to pick. I actually might go with the second one. Even though I loved both, I might go with Run of the Mill, because that was... Man, there was something to that track. Just like Isn't It a Pity? Obviously, there was a lot to that one too, but I emotionally connected to that second one without really knowing why. So if you have any explanation on why, please leave that down below, because I'm interested in what you have to think, because I really did. And if you have any other George Harrison tracks, like I said, if you think I'd like or the channel might like, there'd be a pinned comment at the top of the thread. Leave it there. I'd appreciate it. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later. Don't ever forget that you guys are the ones that keep this ship running, and I am so grateful for all of you guys. Join the $30 tier or up in our Patreon, and you get 2 to 1, I'll say, free requests a month. It all depends on the time limit. You see the rules when you join. There's also a PayPal as well in the description if you want to send a tip or request in that way. And like I always say, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, hopefully.